Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next episode of Through the Lens of the Civil Engineer, where we talk to prominent civil engineers and solve the questions coming in the minds of students coming into this field. So, today we have Mr. Arunashish Maithy as our guest, who has completed approximately 12 important projects in the respective field. He works to add value to the organization in any challenging position by solving problems in a creative and effective manner to obtain organization goals. Welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your India gesture. And you can start now.
Yeah. So, anything you want to say? You want to add on something about yourself?
Yeah. So I completed my bachelor's in the year of 2014, and after that I had a 5 years experience in structural designing, and in between I did my postgraduate diploma in remote sensing and GIS. So last year only I left my job to pursue my MBA, and right now I'm pursuing my MBA from RICS School of Built Environment in real estate and urban infrastructure, and I'm right now I'm a first year student.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we can begin with the question, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
my very first question to you is that how did you start your career as a civil engineer?
For that, I have to start from my class 12, because after my 12th exam, because from now that then time I had a great importance to in high-rise buildings, bridges, and I like to have that in that field from that time. And after class 12, and I remember one incident in my place that. Bridge construction was happening over here into the river Rupnaran. So that time I saw a massive problem in a pier design, in a pier pile design. So from that I had a craving for to know about how to do this kind of a critical designing. So after completing my class 12, I just searching for a good civil engineering colleges, and I got to know about my bachelor college, and from that all happened, all started well.
Okay. So, yeah. So, from 12th, you are so desperate to be in this
Uh,
field. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so that's so great. So
yeah.
my next question to you is that what do you think your unique skills are that have helped you to become successful?
Well, after my 4 years of bachelor, I appeared for my GATE examinations, and I cracked a grade examination is a good manner. So I have a choice of a master's from a NIT, but I didn't approach to do that master's, and I was searching for some better job opportunity in structural designing, because I have that passion in structural designing from that time. So that time I got to know about my alma mater where I was. So there was my one
Hmm.
seniors. They just give a opportunity uh, in his organization, and I gave an interview. I cracked that, and that's a point. All matters has started over that point, and basically skill sets are very important in our field, because in civil engineering field
Hmm.
skill sets are much more important to diversify your career as well. So from that, I got to know about a lot of structural designing perspective, how to design a structure, how to design a monument, how to design a steel structure, how to design a high rise. I i had a rich experience, and I gained a rich experience over this 5 years, 5 straight years. So that's a skill, and one skill I remember that what I learned from that organization is a manpower skills.
Hmm.
How to create a total scenario in such a manner that you are a manager. Whenever you are going to a manager and you have to manage some people under you, so it's very hectic. So I think
Yeah.
these skills I learned from my past organization, and I got that opportunity to. have this in my skill sets. Yeah.
Wow, that's so great of you, sir, that you
Yeah.
have learned a lot and then you are applying it so that you can encourage the other persons as well. That's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my next question to you is that what are the different scopes in civil engineering?
See, if I talking about the civil engineering, it's a diversified course. There are a lot of subjects. There are a lot of aspects. You can do your uh, you can create your endeavor over there, because there are highways, water technology, structure, environment, and right now, from I think from the year of 2016, a new course has been added into civil engineering, that is remote sensing and GIS, and this is very much important in this era, because if you want to construct a huge mass construction, then
Hmm.
if you want to create a storage of construction materials, how to organize, how to in a well mannered, how to structured, so
Hmm.
before entering the site, so there comes the GIS perspective. So from that, GIS
Okay.
has a huge role in that. So this is a great add-ons in our structure. So yeah, there are diversified courses. So you have to stick with any one of courses from your college life. So you have to select your what's your forte, and in which section you
Hmm.
want to go, and you want to strive for. So that's the matter. So yeah, from that time I chose that yeah, my interest is in structural designing. So thinking not so much, I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great. Yeah. So
Yeah.
civil engineering is such a vast field, and your forte is the
Exactly.
structural engineer.
Exactly.
Great, sir. So my next question to you is that anything which you want to tell us about the education quality which needs to be improved in civil engineering colleges? Like right now, so we have so many engineering colleges. So anything which needs to be changed in the pattern or the criteria of education?
Well, in my perspective, yeah, there should be a lot of change in the structural whole material, because the whole pedagogy for civil engineering perspective is need to change, because uh, our stream is much more practical oriented rather than the kind of a bookish
Theoretical.
knowledge and this kind of a theory and all. Because
Mm.
here, because I when I started my journey, I feel the same, because I got to know about this kind of what should be needed into when you got into some sites. So what are the main aspects you need to know? So from that, I thought I felt that I'm lot of lack in my practical knowledge. So that the main thing I want to add on, that the practicality point of view, there need to be some changes in total scenario, and there should be implemented some practical lab also, so that students can accommodate with that conditions before entering their job life. So that's my
Yeah.
yeah, that's my suggestion in that
Okay.
aspects.
Exactly. Yeah. Like more, the preference should be given to the practical part so that kids have. I mean, the students have the extra. I mean, the knowledge already before entering the field.
Exactly.
Like
And
when they are on the field to job.
exactly, and there is a trend created in the market that whenever a civil engineer completed his bachelor or her bachelor,
Hmm.
so there are a lot of construction company, they just want to hire within just a exchange of 8,000 or 6,000 rupees. It's a real fact. It's a very genuine fact in this market. We are living in
Okay.
2021, and in
Hmm.
this era, if a bachelor student, after so much hurdle, after so much struggle in their life, so if they got just only 6,000 or any 8,000, it's very pathetic. So that's the
Yeah.
situation, and that's the basically uh, whole fact of civil engineering,
Hmm.
because it needs a lot of struggle to compel yourself and to expose yourself in such a manner and such a positions. So it's very tough, very tough. So that's why
Yeah.
that's the main reason to pursue my MBA, because after gaining a lot of knowledge, from the market. And what I realized that, yeah, I gained a lot of rich knowledge, no doubt. But when it comes to the monetary issues, no, it really hurts. It really hurts. So that time I just thought that it's very important to upgrade my skills so that I can do a better positions, because I'm also good in managerial position. I feel that. So yeah, I changed my forte, and I just joined RICS for my MBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And apart from this, that practicalities can also be learned in the internships part as well. Like apart from colleges, if students are doing internships.
Yeah, sort of, you can say that. But a lot of the organization, they are not willing to give a proper knowledge to the students for in the internship session. So that's a lack in the organization, I should rather say.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Yeah. So this gives me another question that, can you tell us something about what biggest accomplishments you have achieved so far
Well,
in your like, yeah.
in my 5 years of experience, what I learned and what are my accomplishments is that I I had the experience with the work of a lot of famous developers, famous builders from Calcutta. For my, obviously,
Okay.
that credits goes to my sir, Mr. Sanjeev Parekh, and for that he's a very renowned structural engineer in Calcutta. So for that, I got a chance to work with them, like PS Group, like Srijan, like DLF, like Godrej. So there are a lot of developers, renowned developers, must say. And last time when I left my office, my last project was a B plus basement, two basement plus ground plus 38 story building. So it's really a kind of accomplishments, I would rather say, because after 40 45 years of experience, one could, it's very interesting in their career. So
Yeah.
in such a short span, I gained a lot of experience, I would rather say. Yeah.
Wow, that's so great, sir. Like in these 5 years only, you have got so
Yeah,
much to work and you have got so much to learn about.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, how important is networking in engineering? Like you have to deal with so many labors, you have to deal with so many, co-workers, or I can say the colleagues of yours. So, how the networking is important in this particular field?
So I must say that civil engineering is all about networking. It's totally based on networking. Whenever you just, if you have any connections now, if you tell your friend that please pass on my CV to your manager or to your organization, so that I can get a chance to work with you people. So they just told you that yeah, you have to have some relation with some colleagues, or with some any kind of relationships. So it's a very bad things in our civil generation, that you should have to have some relation in that total generations to have a good job. So it's very bad.
Mm,
And another point is that in this COVID complacency, after this COVID, all the work has been done through the virtual modes, whether it
mm,
structural
yeah,
designing, whether it except the site perspective. So all the works, all the meetings are going on in the virtual mode. So in this era, if you are not accustomed with this kind of a networking session, so you are just setting yourself back. So
mm,
that's the matter. So the one I could suggest, that LinkedIn is very renowned and very plushy kind of a things to help a sort of a good networking in this era,
yeah,
because it's a totally kind of a organizational area. You can't
mm,
find any blatant thing over there. So that's the thing. So LinkedIn is very very good. So for networking, to grow your networking area, you should be there.
mm. Exactly, sir. LinkedIn is very much renowned and very much, professional site where, everyone can trust for everything,
Exactly,
for every kind of information, and,
exactly.
the to build up their professional profile. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so true, sir. Yeah. So my next question to you is that what do you think should be the number one priority for any civil engineer? What
Well,
should be the most concerned thing about?
yeah,
Yeah.
for that, number one priority should be he or she should be knowledge guzzler. That means whatever you just study, you read, and whatever the knowledge you just see in front of you, now you have to grab that. That's the civil
Hmm.
engineering. It should be continue up to your 40 or 50 years of age, because it's all about learning and all about
Hmm.
experience. And the civil engineering total whole this paradigm is trusted on your experience only. You can't be
Hmm.
able to be a manager until you just have a 10 years or 15 years of experience. That's a
Hmm.
very true matter, I would rather say. So it's very important to grab knowledge and, yeah, be proficient with your own path, what you want to do in your life. So I
Hmm.
see a lot of people, they don't know, even they like water, they like irrigation department, but they are doing their job in site engineer, as a site engineer. So
Hmm.
it's a very true, just for money. So it's not, it should not be in this in this kind of a profile. It should be a very focused profile. It should be a what I want to do. So that's my
Hmm.
forte. So that's why I'm not I'm not changing my path, because some of my friends, they just change their path into the IT field just for money, because they didn't get so much opportunity in the civil field. So they just change their profile into IT field. So that's a very
Yeah.
fact, I should rather say.
Yeah. Exactly, sir. And
Yeah,
one very much important thing which you said is that learning is very much important. Like every day you learn. Learning can be done every day. And with the more you work, the more experience you get and the more you
exactly,
learn.
exactly.
Yeah. So my last but not the least question to you, sir, is that any
Sure.
special guidance which you like to give?
Yeah, guidance is in this COVID complacency. What I should suggest to the people is that, to the fellow, rather say that, uh, be increase to increase, please search for increase your networking. And because right now what is happening now, if you are very braced up with structure, or if you are very braced up with water, if you are very braced up with in a particular section, that is not acceptable in this right now, in this organization or in this era. Because each and every
Hmm.
organization is searching for uh, new experiences, new skill sets. What are your new skill sets?
Hmm.
Because nowadays, after this COVID, data analysis, data analytics, and data mining, data tools are very profound, very researching
Hmm.
profile right now. And all the research is based on data analytics. There are a lot of kind of a courses in online. They are guide you to in such a path, like Udemy is there. There are a lot of,
Yeah.
say, websites there. They just provide you the, and they just want to breast up in data analytics matter. So I
Hmm.
would rather say not to fix in a single section or single path. Be diversified your profile. Be searching for new diversifications, and delve of new thoughts. How to create your own CV in a ornamented way, so that it should be
Hmm.
very visualized into a HR manager's front desk. So that's the main reason.
Learn a lot.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Though it's everything is virtual, but the online courses are so much available that people can learn from there. So learning, there's no end to learn.
Exactly, and you have to accomplish with these new normal things, because all of the IT firms, all of the basically MNCs firms, they are tends to change their profile into the work from home basis, because they don't want to
Yeah.
gather so much employees in their organization. So they choose the virtual mode, and it is
Hmm.
happening for, and it is uh, happening for 2 or 3 years, because already Tata already announced that they are going to be in a virtual mode for 2 years. So you have to accept that, and that's the situation right now. And if you are not accepting, so you are setting yourself back. That's the only thing.
Yeah, exactly. We have to accept everything and we have to move on. Life cannot
Exactly,
come to a standstill. Yeah.
exactly. And right now, when I started my MBA now, in the month of September last year,
Mm.
I remembered that it's so hectic now to connect with your faculties and to take the classes for 10 to 12 hours. After that, you have to do your assignments. It's very hectic and in an isolated
Mm.
mode. You don't even know about your friends. You don't even know about your faculties. You don't even see in front of you physically how they look.
Exactly.
So that's very hectic, and it's very absurd, I would rather say. And that's the true, and that's the new normal.
Exactly. This is
Yeah,
so true. We
yeah,
have to adapt to the new normal.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. It was great to have you with us. You each and
Yeah,
every
it's my
question was up to the mark, like answered by you up to the mark, and we're so glad to have you on board with us. It was
yeah, it's my
our
pleasure.
honor.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Bye bye.